What's going on, beautiful and exotic women of the world? So, I want to talk about why, when you share your traumas with some people, they can actually become jealous of your trauma and your experience. And not for what you may think. The reason why some people that you speak to about your traumas may get jealous of you is for two things. One, some of them are very egotistical and narcissistic, and they take you talking about your trauma and the things that you've gone through as bragging. So some people will think that you sharing with them that you were abused or bullied or you were the target for smear campaigns or for hate is bragging because they view that as something that only someone of status or of popularity would go through. They take that as you are bragging about being hated. People who don't want you to know your power, people who don't want you to realize who you are, think that you talking about people hating you and being envious of you is almost like you pedestalizing yourself. You're bigging yourself up. You're shedding light on the fact that people hate you simply because of how you look. And that pisses them off because maybe they can't brag about that, or maybe they don't want you to think that you're all that, even though they're literally proving your point that you are all that. And I just think that is so weird. There have definitely been times where I have told people about someone not liking me who I never spoke to or met, and me just being very confused about why there was animosity. And I was always met with, don't look into it that deeply. I don't think anyone's thinking about you in that way. That's not a flex. Don't get a big head. It's almost as though they don't want you to see how amazing you are, because if you did, then you would start moving differently. They think in their minds, because they would probably get an ego boost from it, that you are going to get an ego boost from people hating you for no reason. A lot of times it just annoys us. Exoticals and beautiful women get very annoyed and very irritated when someone is targeting us for something as superficial as our surface value. For them though, if they were you, they would get an ego boost because someone hates them simply for being beautiful. So they think that you're going to be the same way. They think that you talking about men triangulating you, or your abusive mother who's jealous of you, or your envious friend that competes and compares herself to you, they view that as you trying to boost your ego. When in reality, you're just sharing your trauma. You're just talking about the things that you've gone through. The other side of this is that people will be frustrated and they will hate the fact that you bounce back from your trauma and that you're walking in favor. So a lot of people will be offended by the fact that you went through all you went through, but you don't look like what you've gone through. So I myself have gone through a lot. And when I tell people, I don't tell everyone my life story when I meet them. It usually takes me a while before I tell people what's really happened in my life. But when I do tell them, they're always in awe. They're always shocked because I don't look like what I've gone through. After you hear some of the things that I've experienced, you would think that I would have wrinkles, that I would look aged, that I would look haggard, that I would look like I've been through a lot. Also, for them, that would look like someone who doesn't have a job or can't keep a job or drives a broken down car or has bad credit or whatever they deem as a person who is falling apart or has fallen apart. If you don't fit that criteria, if you don't fit that narrative, if you don't fit into the box that they created for people who have gone through the things you've gone through, they're going to look at you like you are a freak of nature. And if we're being real, exoticals, you are. If you've endured abuse, if you've endured trauma, simply because of how you look, simply because of your light, your beauty, your aura, your gifts, your talents, your abilities, you are special. There's no doubt about that. And just like you can see that in you, other people can see it in you too. And so if people can see that you are all of these things and more, and you endured the things that were supposed to destroy you, the things that were supposed to keep you down, the things that were supposed to honestly make you unalive yourselves in some situations. If they see that you have powered through that and you've grown through that, it confuses people. It puzzles people how someone can be so resilient, how someone can still be standing, still have a smile on their face, still be loving, still be joyous, still be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Still be radiant. A lot of people can't bounce back from hurt and pain. And so they will look at you like an anomaly. They're looking at you like, wow, how could she have gone through all that she's gone through and still have favor over her life, still be able to get blessed, still be able to have opportunities, still be loved and liked by people. A lot of the things that you've gone through were supposed to sit you down permanently, but the fact that you were able to get up from it and not allow jealousy and envy to be a distraction, that allow competitive and comparative friends and family to be a distraction, you are the ultimate threat. You scare people who are looking to take advantage of you, who are looking to use you, who are looking to get narcissistic supply from you, because they realize, damn, after I'm done with this person, if it even goes that far, they're most likely going to get bigger and better. And that scares people who are looking to come into your life for ulterior motives outside of being a good person to you, outside of being a genuine friend to you. That scares them. They can see the favor on your life by how you are showing up in your current present day. And it makes it worse when you share with them what you've gone through. And this is what I will leave you all with. Try to hold your tongue when you first meet people and for a while. Really vet people, really get to know people before you welcome them into your life and allow them in. I understand that there are situations where people can play the long game with you and fake it for years and years and years. And then they drop the mask 4 and 5 years down the line. I understand that. But for the most part, a lot of people can't hide who they really are. So you'll see who they really are. It'll show through the cracks in moments where, you share good news with them and that smile fades. Or, you start doing something good for yourself and to elevate yourself, and that person jumps on the bandwagon and starts doing it too, to one-up you or to just compete. The signs will be there. The signs will show. What I will tell you guys is vet these people before you bring them into your life. Because once you share what you have gone through, once you start trauma dumping with people, because oftentimes with women, especially when you're younger, like in your teenage years, in your early 20s, when you meet women, you guys want to trauma dump because you're all going through a lot. You're going through stuff and you want to bond through the stuff that you've gone through. And that's dangerous because when someone finds out what you've been through and they see how you are showing up today, it's going to bother them that you did not allow it to stop you. You did not allow it to destroy you, because for them, it would have absolutely destroyed them. For them, it would have absolutely made them stop doing what they were doing. But because you pushed through, because you have favor over your life and it shows, you were able to elevate and grow past some of the things that were supposed to destroy you. And that alone can really bother people. That alone can really trigger people and make people not like you because they feel like you shouldn't be smiling. How dare she still be standing after all that someone did to her? How dare she still be able to get up and go to work and run a business and love her life and live her life fully and be her authentic self? How dare she do all these things when she has been flooded with attacks? How dare she be able to still stand on her 2 feet? When if I was in that situation, I wouldn't be able to do that. And a lot of these people, if we put it plain and simple, are afraid of your power. They're afraid of your strength. It also sends a huge signal. I know not everyone is religious here. I'm not religious. I'm more spiritual, but I do read my Bible and I do pray. And I just want to say for those people who resonate with this, they can see your favor. They can see the blessings over your life. They can see how God has moved in your life. They can see how you have been able to exceed and win and get and beat the enemy. And so for them, it's like, dang, how is she able to do this? Is it because God is in her life? Is it because she has the hand of God over her life and she's being guided and protected? So be aware of this, ladies. Be aware that there are people who can see the favor and the blessings over your life. And what will send them into rage, what will send them into envy and jealousy after meeting you is if they find out that you were able to beat a lot of the things that were supposed to break you. And you're showing up in your present day, living your best life. So ladies, drop down in the comments section. Let's have a conversation. What are your thoughts? And I'll also be leaving my email in the description box. You can share your stories with me there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.